What's up guys, Tech Mystics back with another video. In this video I'll be unboxing the Asus ROG Ally for the second time. Why a second time? Good question. I bought the Asus ROG Ally a couple days ago and it was doing some things that I was not pleased with. Poor Wi-Fi connection, poor Bluetooth connection. Some games is just not operating up to par. So I believe I had a faulty unit, so I return it and I get a second one. So, and even during my few days with the first unit, I've learned some things, so I want to do the unboxing, the setting up the right way. So if you're on the fence of getting the Asus ROG Ally, it's a great device, but I think over time with updates and some improvement, it will be a great device. I am not going to say it's no Steam Deck killer or no Nintendo Switch killer. It's not about that. We buy this device because we just want something to just take and play and have a good time. So ain't no fanboy, fangirl stuff. It's just a gaming handheld that you just want to play your favorite games and just have a good time. So we're going to do this unboxing, setting up, and some tips. That's what this video is all about. And I want to say is this. If you are a parent and you got your 6 to 8 to 10 years old kids want this device to play because their friends have it, it's good, but you got to remember this is a Windows operated system gaming handheld, so it's going to take time with setting up with Windows and the Xbox and the Steam and all these other apps that comes with this device. So it's going to take some time. It's not just simple as the Steam Deck where you just do a few setups and play, or the Nintendo Switch. It's going to take some time with updating and setting up, so you got to bear that in mind. So before I unbox this device, I just want to say the first step with this device, you're going to need patience, a whole lot of patience. It's going to take time. It's going to take maybe between 20 to 30 minutes to set up, so you got to be patient when you're setting up this device. And I would say before you buy this device, you're going to need at least some storage. This device only comes with 512 GBs of storage, and these AAA games takes up a lot of storage. So what I would suggest to you, you can always buy these micro SD cards, and the micro SD card that this device recommends, you get the one that is UHS2 V90. Those micro SD cards have a faster read and write, so it'll be ideal for your AAA games. UHS2 V90 micro SD cards, ideal. And if you want, you can also get an external SSD, something like this. These are very affordable. You could get a 1 terabyte version for $129, a 2 terabyte version for $139, $149. These are pretty decent. They're pretty fast. You get up to 1000 MBs of read and write. They're very ideal to store in the AAA games. They load the games pretty fast, and you can play games off of these. They are ideal. On the third option, you could buy a M.2 2230 SSD card. Those range in prices based on the size of the storage and the manufacturer. So you're going to have to do your own research and look for the one that you think is going to be best for you. And there are several videos on YouTube that show you how to install it inside the Asus ROG Ally. So without further ado, let's unbox this puppy right here. Like I said, the first step, you need patience. So like I said, it's going to take some time. So let's go ahead right now and pull the plastic off the Asus ROG Ally. Comes a nice stick of plastic right here, and it's a beautiful box, beautiful presentation. All right, so I'm just gonna take the plastic off. You can see it right here, and it tells you right here on the box, handheld console PC console portable. All right, so you got the Asus sticker right here. So you just want to just slightly just get it off or rip it open so you could get to the contents inside this box. All right, so you could get a nice like a knife or scissors or blade, whatever you want to use, but make sure you be safe. You don't want to hurt yourself. All right, so I'll put this box aside. As you can see inside the box under the cover, in here you have the stand that comes with it. This is right here, the Asus ROG stand. So let me get it out of the case so I can show you what it looks like. I'll put it to the side. This feels like a paper stand that you could put the device on. It's pretty flimsy, cheap. So you just put your device right here, like a little stand, and it's good to go. All right. Before we get to the device, I'm just going to put it to the side. And inside the box, you're going to see on the side, you have this power brick right here, 65 watts. So this is going to charge up your devices real quick. And with the USB Type-C cable, and this cord is very long and very thick. Great stuff. The only thing is, it's not retractable. That's a bummer, but that's okay. All right. This section right here comes with the booklets. I'm going to show you real quick. You got the booklet with all the information right here. So if you want to know more about the device, there's a tons of information that you could get through the booklet. So take the time if you have and read it. All right, let's put it aside. Now you have the Asus ROG Ally. Beautiful device. Take a minute to admire it. It looks very nice. And take note, the device comes with a plastic to protect it. Not only that, it comes with these QR codes. So take your time, get your phone, scan the QR codes and follow the information. And this device comes with juice. Its battery is charged, but as you go look right here on the diagram, it tells you what to do before you power up the device. So first thing first, do not try to press the power button to turn it on, because it will not turn on. I tried it several times when I just bought mine. It will not turn on. You have to connect it to a power source first, then hit the power button. And let's just look at the device before we power it on. This is the power button right here. And you will see this metal around the power button. This is for the fingerprint scanner, so you can unlock your unlock your device by using your fingerprints to set up, which we're going to get into in a few. And right here you got the volume up and down. You got the indicators right here. This is to tell you that it's charging. And this one right here is for the brightness. And this right here is to connect your dock with it. And this is the port right here. You're going to connect your USB Type-C. And this is the port right here. You're going to connect your micro SD card, your headphone jack. These are the heat vents right here. That's going to push out the heat. And the back right here got these two fans, which blows very, very quiet, which is fantastic. Got these trigger buttons in the back, and nothing underneath here. And you got these two speakers that is very loud. It sounds very good. Some thick, pretty stable. Got the buttons right here, and these plastic right here, the RGB lighting, which you're going to see in a second. So like I said, we're going to go through these things the right way. And in several YouTube videos, people complain about the BIOS, where the game is the performance going to be reduced. We're going to get through that in a minute, but let's first do this. Let's follow the instructions in setting up this bad boy here. So we're going to follow the instructions where it says plug the power brick into the Asus ROG Ally. That's what we're going to do right now. So we got it plugged in. Going to be gentle. Take the plastic off. Nice and easy. Good. Let's keep it to the side. And just to show you, you try to turn it on, it's not going to turn on. But the moment you plug it in here and hit the power, you see the light on? The orange light, that means you got juice. Now you just press it and it turns on. Now let's get the stand to put it up, because like I said, this is going to take some time. You need patience. Let's do this. Make sure you got the patience juice with you. So we're going to set up this bad boy together, nice and slow. Now this is the part where you're going to put in the information. So you see the first screen right here. You're going to select your country of origin. So we're in the United States, so I'm going to hit USA. And you're asking for the same thing with the keyboard layout, US, or whatever country you reside in. And it asks if you want to add a second keyboard layer. You can always add a second keyboard layer, or you can just skip it, which we're going to do right now. We're going to skip it. And it's going to ask for connect to your Wi-Fi. So let me connect to my Wi-Fi and I'll be right back. After you connect to your Wi-Fi, you're going to hit next. And it's going to be checking for updates. Now, in the updates part, you're going to be very careful because you're going to go to several updates for the Windows and also for the BIOS for this device. And like I said, many users have been complaining with the reduce of performance for their games because they keep on updating the device, and the BIOS it comes with originally is 3.17, where they could play the games at full FPS based on the games, but the minute they update it to 3.19, they saw a big reduction in the performance of their games. So like I said, we're going to go through this carefully, so whenever you get your device, you know exactly what to do. And if there's an update on the BIOS where the performance is back to where it's supposed to be in the next update, then we will inform you. But for right now, you're just getting this device for the first time. Take your time and pay attention to the updates that we're going to do. Do not update the BIOS. So let's just go through this together. All right, good. So now we're in this page where it's going to ask you to review your license, and you can name your device whatever you want. You can name it whatever you want, or you could just simply skip it, which I'm going to do right now. Just going to skip for now. And it tells you to unlock your Microsoft experience. So all of these things going to be available to you, just like a full operational Microsoft laptop with the Xbox, the store, the PowerPoint, and all of that. So we're just going to sign in with my information. I'm going to sign in with my information, so I'll be right back. All right, here's the thing now. It says right here, restore from the tablet that I have before. It's telling me that it recognizes that I had the same device before. So if I want to use the same settings that was saved on the last device onto the new one, remember, I had some issues with it, so I'm not going to do it. I'm going to start afresh. I don't want to start this. I don't want to restore from the old one. So like I said, this is your brand new device. You're setting it up for the first time. So I'm going to do it the right way. So you just follow these steps right here. So I'm not going to use for the old one. We're going to do it like it's a brand new device. So I'm not going to hit restore from the previous device. So I'm just going to hit next. We're starting afresh. Now on this screen, it asks you if you want to use your fingerprint to sign in, which I would recommend because it's faster and it's more secure. You have the option where you can use PIN, but sometimes you will forget the PIN and it could be a pain. So best thing to do, yes, just set up your fingerprint, your biometrics for your security. All right, so let's do that real quick. It's going to take the touch of power button, and remember right here, this little metal around the power button is for the fingerprint sensor. So we're just going to do that right now. Boom, you're all set. That was simple, right? Then we're going to hit next. Now you're going to ask if you want to set up a pin. You could create a pin, but I don't really want to create a pin, but I guess it's not giving me an option too. So guess I don't have to create a pin. The pin is like a secondary security. So in case if one fail, this is the backup one. So let me put in my new pin real quick. And in the pin settings, you could also include letters and symbols if you want. So if you're cool with that, that's fine. But I like to keep it simple, so I'm not going to do all of that. All right, we put in the pin number. Asking for all of this stuff. Choose privacy settings for your device. Just going to hit next. Hit next again. And then just going to accept. All right, so let's skip all of this right here. You're going to ask right here if you want to provide email or phone, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So you pick whatever is best for you on the screen here. So he's going to ask you to let's customize your experience. So you can customize it to whatever you want. For entertainment, games, cool, Whatever it is, it will customize it for you. So pick which one that fits you, what fits you best. Or you can skip. And it's going to say right here on the screen, you could use your phone from your PC for Android phones. So just like if you have a Samsung phone, you can use your phone from your PC, which Samsung is great for that. So most of our Androids. For Apple, I'm not so sure. So you don't have to do this section. So all you can do is hit skip this section right here. We're almost through. So it's going to ask you all about this on Microsoft 365, all of that stuff. Just go through that. And with the ROG Ally, if you're an Xbox user or you're new to Xbox, it comes with 3 months of Xbox Premium, which is great, where you can play a lot of the games, cloud games. You're not limited to any of the cloud games on the Xbox cloud, which is great. For 3 months, that's great, because what I'm saying, Xbox Ultimate usually go for $45 a month, and you get it for 3 months. That's a great deal right here. So he's going to do his thing, and then when we're done, we're going to come back. Now this is the part we're going to pay a close attention to. So right here is asking me, it's saying restore apps from your last PC. We'll restore your most used apps shortly. Open Microsoft blah blah blah. So it's uploaded what it's basically doing is restoring apps from my previous device. So I hope it's not restoring the BIOS as well. So let's just exit that out. It's telling me to check the progress. So let's just get out of there. And they're telling you that it's optimized for touch. So basically it's in tablet form. So you could use your screens to do your gestures, your up and down, and all of that good stuff. So it's telling you all the information right here. Get to know your touch gestures. Everything right here, from swipe up for task shortcuts. Stay up to date with a swipe. Or arrange your app windows. All of that stuff. They're giving you the information right off the jump. Alright, so let's see right here. You got the right, if you look on the bottom, I know the lighting is kind of poor. I'm sorry about that, everybody. You can see on the bottom right here, you got the Xbox app. I'm going to click that. It's going to tell you Xbox needs an update. So it's getting an update ready for your Xbox. So those that have an Xbox already or don't have an Xbox, this is what you're gonna encounter. So if you had an Xbox before and you have an Xbox on Game Pass, you just sign in. If you don't, you can create an account right now, which is pretty cool. So right now I'm gonna sign in. You say you got free Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. See, I was telling you earlier, and it tells you right here. Your device comes with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which gives you access to 100 plus high quality PC games. After any promotional period, subscription continues automatically at regular price. All of that blah 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 yada yada. So it says sign in to claim. So just gonna hit sign in. Just follow the instructions, you'll be fine. So I'm already signed in already. I'm not going to claim it yet because I may not keep the device. So I don't want to claim it and then return it, and then somebody buy it and they expect to get it and they're not going to get it because I already claimed. That's just criminal right there. So I'm not going to claim it. So I'm just going to continue with my old account. And let's see right here in the library, it tells right here, Armoury Crate system setup is complete in the Armoury Crate. This is the section we're going to get into next. It can be a little bit tricky. So let's just stay with me. This app needs a few things that are missing on this PC. Okay, let's go into fix them in settings to see what they're talking about. It's saying it needs to update the Xbox Game Bar, which is cool. With the Xbox Game Bar, you can set it up where you could like video record your gaming and all of that stuff, which is going to be ideal for you. So installing gaming service, I'll just do an update for that. So when it's done, it's going to do its update. So let's get out of there. It's updating and installing. So everything looks good. So let's get out of there. I just want to check something real quick. So all my games I had there before. See, I had my Forza, I had my Flight Simulator, and those things are there. So that's good. So let us get out of this screen right here. So you're going to swipe up to get out of here. And it tells me some more information. So let's go into this right here. This right here is very important. This is MyAsus. With MyAsus, this what it basically does, you can use it to get information about your device. So you could check like your battery status, your Wi-Fi status, update status. You can do your updates on these things through MyAsus, and it got a ton of features which we're going to get into. So setting up MyAsus is like creating your Gmail account for the first time. So let's get into it. Or there's something I need to close this. Yeah, let's close that. Let's go back into here. This is important. I would advise anybody when they get their device to set up their MyAsus, especially right in here. So you can ask it to agree, set up. This is for the Armoury Crate. Gonna do tell you all these things that you're gonna go through with the apps, trying to give us the information about this Armoury Crate, how to use it, with the toggles, the joysticks, the triggers, and all of that stuff. It's gonna give you all the information, tell you about quick access, handy features on top with Armoury Crate. So I'm not gonna go through all of that right now with Armoury Crate. I'll try my best not to do no update because I don't want to download or update a BIOS which I don't want to, like the last time. And the problem, one of the major problem I had with this device, when you buy it, the clock is not out of sync. I have to go through a pain to get the clock to where it's supposed to be. So if you buy your device, you wonder why the clock is like that, it's not up to date. You have to go into the settings and adjust the time to what it's supposed to be, which is pretty annoying. But anyhow, let's go ahead and sign up for the start MyAsus, just like you would set up your Gmail account. So I already got my information here already, so let me just already sign in and let's take it from there. But like I said, it's just like setting up a Gmail account. So in this page is going to tell you to update to the new. It's going to tell you to update the MyAsus. Okay, we're going to confirm. So you can access for one year access to Glide X Pro. I'm not going to go into that right now. So what you would do, just skip that. And it's going to tell like right here. You can back up and restore. So anything you do on this gaming PC, you can back up and restore. I'm gonna skip this part right here. Skip that. And you could do ASUS switch. So what you could do with this, if you have different ASUS devices, like a different, say you got an ASUS desktop and a laptop, long as it's under the same ASUS ecosystem, you could switch information from both devices, which is pretty cool. And you can also back up and restore anything that you had on the external hard drive or Dropbox. You could do that. So I'm not going to go through all of that. And with the MyAsus, you can go to live update, and you can see some updates that's available. So it shows you right here the graphics, the AMD graphic driver, the BIOS. This is it right here. I want to show you guys. Let's go in. I want to show you this right here. This is the problem chat right here, where it says BIOS upgrade utility RC71 with the hotfix 1.319. Do not update to this one. The reason why, a lot of YouTubers complain that when they did the update for it, their game suffers greatly in terms of performance. So you just setting up an Asus device, do not touch it. Leave it as it is. Leave it as it is until there's word out that there's a new BIOS that does not cause your device to suffer from performance, cause your device performance to suffer. So you could check out the other updates, but do not update the BIOS upgrade utility to the 1.319. So I will update what I want to update, which is an AMD graphic driver. That's a must. Firmware update tool. Everything else except for the BIOS upgrade, I'm going to update. So bear that in mind, everybody, to make sure I don't update the wrong thing. And then we're going to get into the next stuff. Before I go back and check on my updates, on the Xbox app, it's telling me this: download gaming services. You may encounter this when you're setting up your Asus device, and it only says gaming services installs and runs your game on your PC. The software may have been removed or required an update. Download now to play your games. So which I'm going to hit download. Go to all the Windows stuff right here. And it said installing gaming service is going to take a few minutes. So we're going to go through these updates and take it from there. And this is the part I want to touch on, because you can see the dates are wrong. So what you're going to want to do, you want to go into, let's go back out here to show you how to get to here. You're going to go to startup and hit settings. And in settings, you're going to look for time and language. Just right there, you click it. Then you go into date and time. Even though it says set time automatically, it's still not showing up. So you have to go down to this part where it says set time zone automatically, and the time still haven't changed. You see that, right? So we're gonna have to go down and set the time manually. You're gonna take all of this off. You're gonna set the date and time manually. So what you're gonna do, hit that to change the time. All right. So that's what you're gonna have to do. When you get this device, the time is not going to be accurate. Even though you set up and it's got all the settings say automatic and all of that, it's not going to be automatic. So you're going to have to go in to set the date and time manually, change it. Then now you can activate it, put it on automatic time zone, and then set time automatically. So the next time you like daylight saving times come and all that, you do it automatically. But for right now, you're gonna have to set the time yourself. So let's go back out here and check on MyAsus and see where we at, because I had to restart the system. So it's still saying it got 4 essential updates available, and it's still right here. You see, let me zoom in so you can see real quick. Avoid this one like the plague. The BIOS upgrade utility for RC1L 1.319. Do not do this update as yet. Leave it alone. Because if you do, and even though I sound like a broken record, you're going to notice there's some performance issues with some games. So do not update that yet. Update everything else except for that one BIOS. So in the screen right here, all the time when I was doing all this fooling around, it was doing an update to all of these things right here on your gaming handheld. So what I'm going to do is going to install all, and then restart. Reason why I'm going to do that is this. Cause remember back in the MyAsus screen where I did all these updates to these firmware. As I could show you right here, all these firmware update except for the one that says BIOS. See, the reason why I keep on going over this one like a annoying mosquito in the ear, because this one is detrimental to the performance for right now. So like I said, whenever you follow these steps to set up your Asus ROG for the first time, avoid BIOS upgrade utility to 1.319. Avoid that one. See, all of this right here I'll show you is going to tell me that the update will continue after I restart the computer. Back here with the Windows update, all of these was updating in the background, and it says right here to install all of them and then restart. So right there, I'm going to update all of this for the Windows, install all of this for the Windows, and in MyAsus. So I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So I'm going to click install all, then restart. So I'm basically killing two birds with one stone right there. And we'll be right back. Then I'm going to show you another little trick, and then we end this video. Okay, let me correct myself. So it's finally restarted and boot up everything, and the one BIOS that I was avoiding like a plague, let me show you, is still there. So good. Don't forget, do not update this BIOS upgrade utility RC71L 1.319. Do not update it. So far we're good to go. I like this. So like I said, follow these tips, you'll be just fine. So let's get out of here. Let's look at the Armoury Crate. I want to show you something with the Armoury Crate real quick. I'm just going to cancel. It's asking me right here, the update is available. Would you like to download and install the update now? I'm not sure about that, so let me just cancel it for now. Okay, with the Armoury Crate, you could do some cool things with this section right here. So you could label your games, like you could put your games, whatever games you download, it can be here. You could sort it by any way you want. You can delete it, your Xbox, your Steam, your Epic Games, whatever you want. But this is the part I want to show you guys real quick. I think it's been a while since I've done this. See? Okay. In this part, it shows you what's installed. It shows you got the Xbox installed, I got the Steam installed, and all these ones where you got your games, even Ubisoft Connect, you can do that. Now hitting this button right here in the corner, you're going to bring it to the command center. In the command center, you could set up how you want things. For example, you could select for it to be in the turbo mode, auto control mode, profiles, FPS limiter. So you could select the amount of FPS you want it to push out, and I usually turn it off. So when you turn it off, it's gonna give you the highest FPS in whatever games you're going to be playing on whatever app. I like this one right here, real-time monitor. So you could keep that bad boy on, and you will see how many FPS, your wattage, your charges, everything going on. So I could show you right here in the corner right here. As you can see in the corner, let me just zoom in so you can see right here. It's only got tips for it. So it tells you the CPU, the GPU usage, and all of that stuff. Alright, so you can come down right here. You can select the FHD. The updated version of this BIOS, you won't have this. So it's a good thing I didn't update it, because the updated version, because some of these wasn't there. So you could also select right here for the resolution. You could select it up to 720p or 1080p. So that's one thing I'd like to share with you guys. Once you hit once that section where it pops up and when it asks you when it tells you it wants you to update to the latest version of the BIOS, leave that out for now, because like I said, I updated it in the first time I had this, and this option wasn't available to me. They took off these three options they removed. So when you don't update it, these things will be available for you. So you guys got operation mode. You could select it easy right here. You could select it to whatever mode you want: performance, turbo, silent, all of that stuff. So keep it on turbo, that's the highest. And you can select the keyboard function that you want if you got a keyboard. And this right here, you can select for your resolution. So you got the 1080p, you can bring it down to 720. And also you can select the FPS. You can select it to 60 or 120, which is pretty cool. So bear that in mind. Alright, what else? So in the system updates, I'm gonna get out of there. Let's go into the settings section right here. In the settings, this is also right here in the corner. You could select whatever you want in the command center and put it where you want it to put it. In the settings section, you go right here in the turbo. This is where you can also select it to what you want as well in that section. And in the gaming visuals, you can set it to whatever visuals will be best for your eyesight. These things give you different picture, different colors, brightness settings, and all of that. It's all configured. So let's get out of there. And then you got the Wi-Fi, you got Bluetooth, you got the audio and lighting. The lighting you can select how you want the speed of RGB lights to go, different settings, and also for audio. For the audio, you could select it for the microphone modes and all these other stuff right here, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna get out of there. I just want to get back into the content. This section right here is my favorite, the content section. Because in the content section, when you sign up for Asus, I had this before, the ROG VIP, they got these games that you can buy. Even though you got the ROG logo right here, one thing is these games are linked to the platform that is sold on. So if these games are sold on like on an Xbox or Steam, once you sign up as a ROG VIP, you're gonna get the discounts on the games. So as you can see right here, for example, Starfield is in Starfield is in pre-order mode, but you could buy it for $85, and $85 can get a 10% discount. Street Fighter is the same thing. You can get it for $51 because you're gonna get a 10% discount. I used it before when I had my gaming laptop, the Asus G15 Advanced Edition, and it was pretty cool. One thing right here with the content platform, this is what I would say you could sign up for. It's very simple. Once you sign up for the content platform, this is the area where you could download some cool wallpapers for your gaming console. So let me just go through this real quick and end the video. You want to accept it, and then these are several types you could pick from here. So you got more, you can click more, and there's several here you could download. To customize the wallpaper to make it look cool. So for example, I'm going to click this one. It's a 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Hit it for free. You get it. See where I tell it, please log in. So you're gonna have to create an account, just like you do with the MyAsus. It's very simple. So I'm gonna log in. I'm gonna put in my information. I'll be right back. All right, I'm signed in, but like I said in the beginning, you're gonna have to create an account, just like you did with MyAsus. It's very simple. So I'm gonna download it again. It tells me asks me where I want it to go. So that's one thing with the Windows. Once you hit download, you're gonna have to put it somewhere where you can find it easy. So I'm gonna hit read download, and you can put it wherever you want. So you can put it wherever you want on this device, just like you would do on your laptop. So for me, I'm just gonna choose downloads and just put it right there in downloads, so I know exactly where to find it. All right, so it's the bell. All right, the bell tells you that it did it. So now let's change the wallpaper. Now how you change the wallpaper is this. You then go into settings, then you're going to go to personalization. And the personalization, you're going to select a theme for your background. What you want to do, you're going to hit background. And then you're going to select picture. No, not picture. What I'm talking about. You're going to go into choose a photo. You're going to click browse photo. And you got to remember where you downloaded your wallpaper from. For me, I put it in download. So I'm going to click download, and it's right there. Boom. Just like that. So let's get out of here. And see, you change your wallpaper. So when you set up your Asus device, it's good to sign up for the little things like MyAsus and the Armoury Crate, because there's a bunch of things you can get, a bunch of cool features and some contents you can get. There's some more things I would like to show you, but this video is too long. But this is just the basic what to do when you get the Asus ROG Ally, how to set it up the right way. All right, so as you can show you right here, I still got my Xbox right here. It's looking good so far. Let's pull it up. My Xbox is looking good, and this device is not giving me no Wi-Fi issue, so that's good. You can see all my cloud games right here, my Forza, Flight Simulator, and other games. Let's go back out here to the Armoury Crate, and let's go back out where you could select where was I again? The game library. Let's go to Steam and see what's up with Steam. With Steam now, because Steam is very famous. I think almost everybody on the mama of Steam. Steam is the same thing. You would have to sign into Steam so you could get into Steam and play all the games if you bought games for Steam already. So let's go ahead and see if we could go into Steam. And there it is. Steam is up and running. As you can see, I got my Spider-Man, my God of War, my Resident Evil 2, Elden Ring, Grand Theft Auto 5, Witcher, and all that stuff. So that's basically it. I know it's a long process, but I tell you the truth. Once you take your time, get the patience juice in the system, and just go through these simple steps, you will have your Steam Deck set up the right way so you don't have to worry about nothing. And continue to subscribe to my channel and continue to watch other YouTubers out there, because we always get updates on these things, for what works best, what BIOS mess up your system, or what BIOS upgrade the system. Continue to check out the other contents on YouTube, because you got several YouTubers out there like me that's deep into this thing. I just want to do my best to make sure that whoever buy the Steam Deck, I want them to set it up the right way the first time, so they don't have any headache and say this thing is broken, I got to take it back to the store, the ROG Ally is a piece of trash. No. Sometimes it takes somebody to fail so they can learn from the mistakes and pass on the knowledge to someone else so they won't make the same mistake. For each one, teach one. So I thank you guys for tuning in. This is Take the Mystics. Subscribe, like, and share. Help this channel to grow. Thank you guys for your spending the time to watch this video to learn how to set up an ROG Ally. And there's going to be some other tricks I will show you in my next videos. So hit the notification bells for when this video drop. You'll be first in line. Thanks for tuning in.